The heart still tugged at him now and then, but he rode his bike regardless. Minneapolis and St. Paul unfolded like old maps made new. Como Park, Lake of the Isles, the river road by the university, winding into St. Paul along Ade Mill. He pedaled past trees just beginning to yellow, past riverbanks that caught the light in molten bands. On the way into the city, he reached Union Depot, an old building of marble and grand ceilings, trains and buses weaving destinies in and out of its halls. Inside, near the sculptures, he felt his father's presence. His father's name was etched there, not forgotten, carried on in the stone and steel of the city. He stopped often to look at the work, the shapes, the permanence. Dad was a wizard, he thought. And though he sometimes joked that nobody cared, he cared. He carried the name, the blood, the legacy. That night, yoga was held outside, right there in front of the Greyhound platforms. He spread his mat under the wide open sky, the moon a silver companion overhead. The air smelled faintly of exhaust, faintly of river water, faintly of autumn. People milled about, travelers, smokers, street folk leaning against benches, but he was elsewhere, caught in the spell of movement and breath. He set his intention, a return to driving, back to the number 3 bus, back to the rhythm of city streets and synchronicities. Every pose was a prayer. The moon rose higher, the air cooled, but he grew warmer, stretched open. It felt spiritual, not in a temple, not in a studio, but here, on the stone of Union Depot, under the stars, flanked by the hum of buses. After class, he biked home along the river. The moon kept pace, just off his shoulder, glowing on the water. He thought about Sinden, the neighbor who shared his birthday but was decades older, a Bowie groupie turned eccentric walker. Maybe he'd grow old like her, maybe with cats at his side. That wouldn't be so bad. At Trader Joe's, he resisted temptation. No wine tonight, just chicken, some curry. He would stay fasted through the night, broken only by a handful of walnuts. Tomorrow, breakfast again, something hearty, beans and greens, maybe squash. Lunch, perhaps a salad or soup. But dinner could be skipped. He'd live like the queen, or close enough. No carbs, nothing heavy. It was still a holy week after all. The full moon loomed for Monday. Magic hung in the air like incense, thin but real. He thought about canceling his studio membership. Why pay for lackluster classes when the Union Depot offered them free, offered the sky itself? He smiled at the idea. The spell was already cast, and so he fasted that night, stomach quiet, body sore, mind full. He signed off his thoughts with a blessing whispered to himself, almost in jest, almost in earnest. Shabbat Shalom, Captain. Godspeed.